Hello, my dear audiences. Welcome to the show. Jack Chow is my name. East West is the show. G&E TV is the umbrella. Thank you for liking the show. Thank you for being a supporter, being supporters of the show for the years in the past. And if you recall, last summer, especially about this month, it's probably same time, we put together a cluster of shows talking about SCA-5. That's the bill, well, later died, quote unquote, not died, subdued anyway, that's the word probably. So has it really died? Is it still there? Is the spirit still there? Is the momentum still there? So that's a question. That's a big question that remains. To get the answer to the question, to get to the answer to the trepidation, call it that way, we have invited our dear friend, Madam Mei Mei He, and of course, lots of you know that she's the wife of Senator Bob Hobb, but more importantly, it's not that she's being somebody's wife, she's being herself. She herself, right? Okay. Now, she is the chairwoman of the St. Gabriel Mission. What club? Lion Club?
St. Gabriel Valley Lincoln Club.
Oh, St. Gabriel Valley Lincoln Club. So welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jack.
Chair Mei Mei. All right. Now, we all worry about it. And last year, we even had a chance to have Senator Hobb on the show talking about the same issue. And what's the status for now regarding the same issue?
Well, some people thought or still thinking that SCA-5 is dead, okay? It has never really deceased, okay? It was just temporarily set aside. Because when the Chinese community and the Asian community pushed back when SCA-5 passed out of the Senate,
sure,
it went to the assembly floor, okay?
Oh, it went,
Okay, but it did not take, the assembly did not take a vote there. They sent the bill back to the Senate, okay? But because Senate at the time lost the supermajority already, so there was nothing that they could have done. So the bill just temporarily is hibernating in the Senate right now, okay? So this year is really important. This year, meaning the election this year is really important because if we, the people, the voters, if we do not break the supermajorities in both houses, in the Senate and the Assembly, we will see SCA-5 maybe under a different name, but coming back.
All right, or realived. So, well, it's good to know that we still have a chance. But also, it is good to know that the chance is very, very narrow, provided that we still have the same situation we have as we do not see a greater and absolute majority in the Senate House. So that's what we're talking about, right?
Yes. The Democrats lost the supermajority in the Senate is because several of their members ran into problems with the FBI for corruption charges and other charges. So, that's the reason why they don't have the supermajority. But because the seats that are currently vacant will be filled by Democrat candidates.
Has it to be that way?
Well, because the way the system is set up in California, it is by district.
I see.
And usually, not usually, I should say this, okay, after the last census, the districts were redrawn, okay? The way the districts were redrawn is in such a way that will favor a political party.
I see.
So the 3 seats that are currently vacant most definitely will be filled by Democrat legislators. So if we don't break the supermajority, by breaking it, I mean that the Republicans, we have to at least protect 2 seats.
I see.
Okay, and then gain 1 seat. And that 1 seat is actually in Southern California. Okay, is SD Senate District number 34, and our nominee, our candidate is Janet Nguyen, who is a Vietnamese American. She is currently Orange County Supervisor. She has won elections 7 times already. She is battle tested. So she is a superb candidate for that seat. And so there is a strong chance that the Senate can break the supermajority, at least in the Senate.
All right. In other words, if we are talking about SCA-5 issue, we really have to talk about this election. Am I right?
That's very true.
Yeah, but they're kind of not a same issue, but they are interrelated.
They are very much interrelated.
Very much interrelated,
yes.
right? Okay. You know, Mei Mei, I feel more liberal when talking to you rather than talking to the senator. So let me ask some kind of a childish question. Maybe childish, sometimes I may even sound stupid, but still worth asking.
Yes.
Question is that the SCA-5 issue, an education issue, right?
Correct.
Okay. Why does there have to be so much in the color of partisanship? Why would people from the left would want the A result? People on the right would want the B result. As a matter of fact, we the people do not want it to happen. So, and then they are, quote unquote, called the representatives. Are we being represented? So that is so mixed. Can you please, because you are so close next to one, right? Okay, so can you give us a little explanation about how this is so complicated, please?
It really shouldn't be complicated, okay? Because when we talk about education, we're talking about our children, our kids, okay? We want to give our kids, regardless of their skin color, nationality, race, or even gender, okay? It does not matter. All kids are entitled to equal and quality education.
Okay.
So it really shouldn't be a left Democrat or right Republican issue.
Yeah, you're right.
It's really a people's issue, okay? We want the best for our children. But very unfortunately, in California, it is very difficult for us to reform education because, you know, I hate to say this, okay?
Yes,
because
say that,
it will sound partisan, but that's just the way life is in California or in the U.S., okay? Because we are a two-party system, okay?
All right.
Some people say they are independent, but when they vote, who do they vote? You either vote for the issues Democrat, value, or you vote with the the issues that Republicans value. But traditionally, Republicans' value system, okay, we are very pro-education, which is very similar to
That's true.
Asians and Chinese.
That's
okay?
true.
So, but the system is just so, how do I say this? You know, set in stone in California because the system, you know, on the Democrat side, they are very much controlled by the California Teachers Union. Okay. So they can reform the education system. So if you remember, back in June 10th, LA County Superior Court Judge Ralph Choi issued a ruling, okay, in the Vergara versus California case. I believe it was 9 students filed a lawsuit against the state of California, claiming that our system, our education system in California, is unconstitutional.
All right.
Because the system hurts the minority children in the economic challenged area. Okay, so when we talk about those children, we actually talk about African American children, Latino children.
Exactly.
Because we can reform the system. Okay, our education system is not performance-based system. Meaning we do not judge our teachers based on their performance. The only criterion that we use to judge our teachers is really
our teachers,
seniority. Okay. So meaning, you know, the longer you're in the system, the more, how do I say, preference you have or preferential treatment.
Yeah,
You have
yeah.
you get to
The
choose
more superior.
Yeah, the teachers get to choose what school district or what school they want to teach. Okay, so they usually go to the best school
Yeah.
in more affluent area. So in the system, eventually, and it's very hard to fire unqualified, bad teachers. That's just the way the system is because the union
Sure.
protects the teacher, not the children. Okay,
You're right.
they are protecting the teachers. So they move the bad teachers around. So eventually, these disqualified.
The system remains.
Right, right. So they go to the economic challenging district
you're
or
right.
areas. So the poor children, the children in those areas, they don't have good teachers to teach them. So eventually, what do we see? They are having problem graduating from school
Exactly.
because they do not have quality teachers to teach them.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
We're
why the
seeing
9
whole
children.
thing coming down. Yes.
That's why the 9 children filed a lawsuit. But that ruling issued by Judge Ralph Troy is currently challenged by our Governor Jerry Brown and our Superintendent of Public Instruction Tom Torlakson.
All right.
They are challenging that. So makes you wonder why. Wouldn't we want our children to have the best education that they can get?
Exactly. That's a very good point, and it's also always good to look back about what happened last year. In addition to June 10th decision, judge ruling, and there are lots to talk about last summer regarding the SCA-5 issue and the SCA-5 related issues surrounding areas, right? Let's take a short moment out, and when we come back, we'll continue picking up from that point on to see exactly, to follow the statement of Mei Mei He about the California education system. Like we said, has nothing to do with the election, yet it is interrelated with the picking of our representatives. So let's stay with us. We'll be right back.